Good morning, everyone. The name is Wilfred Ayer, your one-stop vocal coach. You're welcome to DearMusicianSeries, a platform that embraces and appreciates the subject matter and the ideals of music. Today we're going to be talking about tonality. And tonality basically is, simply put in lay terms, ear training. And the truth is that music is not music until the ear is functioning at capacity. How do I mean? The truth is that for you to enjoy music, for you to do music perfectly and get results, is a function of having good ears. It means that if you don't hear well, it means you will not produce well. But if you hear well, you produce well. It's as simple as that. We can as well just end right now. Okay, so that's why you have the term called an ear for music. If you go for a major gig and maybe you're trying to be recruited into a band, the major requirement will be that those who would want to incorporate people into their team, their music team, or their music band would inquire is that if the person has an ear for music, it means the person can hear the notes, the person won't go flat, at certain points, and I know a lot of folks have problems with ear, with having to hear. They say, some people don't even know. They tell you now, they say I sing off, they say I sing flat, and so I'm here to talk about the remedies for ear training and what we can do, how we can, deal with such issues, because really it's critical. If you can't hear it, there's no how you can sing it. It's going to be very disastrous. You're going to be on stage and music is being played and you're singing, the song is going la 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 la, and singing la 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 la. It doesn't make sense, because so music is defined, according to the definition of music says that it's a combination of sounds, melodies, tones coming together that is pleasing to the ear. Okay, it first of all has to be pleasing to the person who is delivering before the person who is receiving. Because if the person who is delivering it is not hearing it, then the person who is receiving it is going to be irritated. Most often than not, you get to see people who are not very knowledgeable about music. They react like, wow, there's something not just right about the music. They don't have an ear for music, but they know how to differentiate when something is wrong and when something doesn't seem to go in line. And it's a function of ear. No serious band would incorporate, or no serious church choir would incorporate people into their choir if they don't have a good ear for music, because singing is ear and ear is singing. If you don't hear well, you can sing well. Okay, so much about that. Now, there are various degrees of tonality. One of the very, very highest degree of tonality, which I'll point out, is the perfect pitch. The perfect pitch you probably would have witnessed it in folks, although they are very rare. Out of 100, you find maybe 50% of people who operate at the perfect pitch. It means that a lot of people still have a lot of work to do when it comes to their ears. Okay, and the perfect pitch folks are the folks who, without the accompaniment of a keyboard or a guitar or any major instrument to identify their keys, they are able to, at a glance, just from within, be able to pick their keys and sing on the right key. Even, many times I've had to, pick keys from within, and they were right eventually. And that was a function of some of the things I'm about to share with you. Now, one of the remedies to keep, to begin to deal with this issue of non-hearing, I may put it that way, is listening. develop the habit of listening. If you don't listen, it won't get into your system. See, you need to get to a level of listening whereby it gets so deep in your spirit, so deep in your heart and your soul, that even when the music is not playing again, you are still singing. And so they say in music, we say that muscles have memory. Okay, the body has memory. So what you do continuously, and that's why we always emphasize, especially on DearMusicianSeries, that this music is not what you say you want to resign from, or I want to relax from. You don't necessarily go on holiday, because for music to stick, it needs to be continuous. For you to develop a good ear, you need to develop a good listening culture. A good listening culture. So the more you listen, the more you listen, the more you listen, the more it begins to get internalized into the fabric of your being, no matter the level at which you are. Some people have very high level of tonality issues. They really have, we have the perfect pitch, we have the average pitch, we have the poor pitch. Folks who can't really pick anything. There are folks who in the average pitch who can just easily come into a given piece, and just hearing the key, they're able to come in. Okay, those are on the average level. Then those who have poor pitch, they don't hear at all. You give them the, you're saying do, you then the, you're saying there seem to be some disassociation between what they are hearing and what they are saying. Okay, and some is by reason of an ear defect, called an amnesia. And so certain treatments are given for, so you can go to your ENT doctors, several ear, nose and throat doctors. They can help you cure such defects. If you think and if you feel your music director or your vocal coach has addressed issues in that direction, telling you that you don't seem to get into pitch, you don't seem to hear it when they tell you, and you think you have a problem with hearing, then and it's very severe now for those of us who are at the poor pitch level, and you think it's very, very severe, what you need to do is you need to first of all see an ENT doctor. Let him address the core, so that we don't begin to go round and round and round giving you remedies that won't solve the problem. Okay, so you meet an ENT doctor. He will be able to advise you and tell you, okay, go about it this way, and he will give necessary treatment so that you can deal with it at the first level. Then we can now begin to train you to get to listen. And so you need to first of all develop a listening culture. Now, listening cultures are in variations. Okay, the listening cultures and variations. There are times when I would advise you equally to, as you, for you to be able to build up your listening abilities. You can get an MP3 player, your iPads, just get notable devices that you can use to play your music. You can create an atmosphere for yourself. Another point I need to advise you again is creating an atmosphere. Create an atmosphere of music around you all the time. If you have a car and you drive, create an atmosphere of music in your car. Always be listening. That's why I said create a listening culture. Develop a listening culture. Play music in the car. Play music if you have a way. A lot of folks have ways of connecting music even in their bedroom, in their kitchen, in the parlor. If you don't have such luxury, you can decide to do it only in the sitting room, in the parlor, on just few places, in your laptop. But as much as possible, try to ensure that you create a high level listening culture. It's going to develop your ears over time. Little wonder when you hear music here and you keep listening, all over time, if you decide to leave where you were, in 5-10 minutes you obviously would still sing on the same key of what you were listening to at the initial time. Okay, so develop a high level listening culture. For those of us who are trying to attain perfect pitch level, where even without an accompanying instrument, you are able to hear it from within and release it. Okay, you need to develop a high level listening culture, create atmospheres for yourself everywhere such that you're not void of music. You might be doing your job in your office, but there's some music playing that's inspiring you. There's some music playing that you're listening to. The more you keep doing it, now I can't tell you in 3 months you're going to be cured of such. In 6 months, you're going to be cured of such. In 10 months, I can't really give you time variations. The time variations vary according to individuals. So some folks, depends on how habitually you do it. If you do it maybe 3-4 hours a day or 5 hours a day, or even in a day, you can do it intermittently, maybe 2 hours at some time, at some time again you can do it for 1 hour, sometimes again you can do it for 30 minutes. Variations, just keep doing it, make sure that you keep listening. The more you keep listening, the more the notes become naturally internalized and you can just easily pick. Sometimes you will not graduate to singing on the right key immediately. Some other times you might get to sing on a key, maybe a semitone lower. Okay, some other times a tone lower than the original key. It means you're actually making progress. I would equally advise that you work with a music director, or if you have a vocal coach, you can work with your vocal coach. He can guide you, as to how you can. Sometimes you can meet your vocal coach and he will put on the piano and he'll play a note for you and he'll tell you to sing it and you will sing it. For those of us who have very poor pitch level, he'll play it, you listen, he'll sing it out. You repeat after him. Then some other times I said you should get an MP3 player. You can put your earpiece in your ear, you can play the music, can play Giving Peace for a while. Keep playing it for like maybe 2 minutes, okay, on that same key. Now when you play for like 2 minutes, stop the piece or pause the piece. Then go be singing the song continuously. Keep singing the song continuously. Play the music and see if you are still in track. Okay, somehow you should be able to know if you're in track. You realize that you're not in sync with the music. Okay, now if you realize you're not in sync, just know that the problem is still there. Okay, so you keep doing it. And that's why most times I'll say advice, you have a music director working with you, because you see most times even when you stop the music or you play the music after you stopped it, you might not be able to differentiate unless somebody who is more professional puts you through. So it's very important that you have a guide, you have a music director, or you have a vocal coach, you have a pianist. It might not be a vocal coach, it might just be your church pianist, you could just be a studio pianist, it could be whoever, but somebody who is enlightened musically, especially maybe in the area of guitar or the piano. Let them play, so that this you can listen. The more practice you do, practice doesn't necessarily bring about perfect, it actually brings about permanent. If there's anything you take away from this lesson, muscles have memory. Muscles have memory. The more you begin to memorize, the more you begin to listen, your body, your system naturally begins to internalize the notes, internalize the feelings, internalize the tones. Before you know, you're gradually becoming a perfect musician. You're beginning to graduate into that musician you've always desired to be. Now, ear training is a very, very core essence of singing. If you don't hear well, you will not sing well. If you hear well, you will sing well. So if you belong to this class of people who have such issues, then I need you to begin to deal with it. Now, if your own is very severe, like I advised, please see an ENT doctor. He will advise you what to do. He will give you medications in the medical area to cure it. And while you begin to try most of these exercises gradually, and before you know it, you begin to build up. Now, if you feel after trying all this, realize that maybe you still need help, okay, you can contact me on the following numbers: 0039300509 or 08079497499. I repeat, 0039300509 or 007-949-7499, and I'll be glad to answer every of your issues as regards this major concern of music. It's very important that you handle your major issues, or you can mail us at mindsmusic4 number 4 then mindsmusic4u at yahoo.com, and we'll read your mails and we'll reply you, and attend to every major issues. Thank you for this opportunity of listening to Dear Musician Series. Please, if you have questions, you can mail us at mindsmusic4u at yahoo.com, and we'll reply to questions. If you need vocal training, you need help, at regards what we've spoken about, you can still call us on that number, and we would attend to you where you are. Thank you very much. Bye for now.